Welcome back to Gear Reviews with Strings and Pucks. This is Jeremy Laura, and today the good people at Melonare, who had sent me this mini amp to review, they sent me something else. The Melonare PM-2S wireless ear monitor, transmitter, and receiver. In this little package, we're hoping to see if it packs a big punch and helps me to clear up some of the clutter in my little setup for streaming and recording. We're going to see if these are easy to use. I'm just going to pull out of the box and try them, and I'll give you my thoughts on how they sound and how they work. So as you can see, I've gone ahead and put on my ear monitors. I'm going to tell you a little bit about my rig. I'm running everything into the iRig Duo Pro by IK Multimedia. I've got a microphone in, and then on the second channel I've got the Legato Cube Baby guitar processor. I've done some recent videos with that. So I wanted to set up where I'm going to be relying on the monitors and have kind of a baseline. So I'm going to test the guitar sound first using my monitors directly into the iRig. Alright, so now I've at least got some sample sounds of what I'm hearing plugged directly into the iRig unit. So what's in the box? Full disclosure, I already opened this because I knew I'd have to charge the unit. Again, this is a sponsored review. Melonare sent these over for me to take a look at, and I'm just going to give you my thoughts and opinion. And the first question is probably going to be about cost. Currently, as of today, March 12th, these are on Amazon for $40.84. And I'll be putting a link in the description. It's not an affiliate link. It'll just get you to the product in case you want to get some more information. So when you open the box, you got your instruction manual. Right, you've got your transmitter, TX, your receiver, RX, and this will probably be my thumbnail shot. There you go. That's how the magic is done. Underneath that, you've got your goodies, your cables. So again, this is another device where you're going to use a USB-C charger. It comes with this. So this converts from USB to USB-C and allows you to charge both units at once. Then this would be for connecting. It's a 1/8 connection. So this would go, so what I'll be doing is putting transmitter, just plugging this in, and then I'll be plugging this in to the headphone out, and I'll be plugging my headphones. This is also a 1/8 inch. So if you have 1/4 inch headphones, just understand you'll have to adapt it or use 1/8 inch headphones into the receiver. But for the transmitter, if you have a 1/4 inch out on your monitor, it comes with an adapter. You can adapt the transmitter to be 1/4 inch instead of 1/8 inch. Now the other reason I'm getting a baseline test plugged directly in is I want to see if I hear a noticeable shift in RF interference. I know some of you are going to be wondering that. Anything that would alter the experience, if it adds any RF interference, that would be an issue for me. So I just want to give you my honest thoughts. Now this just comes with the transmitter and receiver, but you do need to bring your own monitors. Maybe everyone assumed that. It just, for me, I wanted to make sure I cleared that up. So now I'm going to do the big switch. I'm going to take the transmitter. I'm going to unplug my headphones from the iRig unit, switch to the transmitter. Let's see how it happens. This should be fairly simple. So I'm unplugging. I just plug in. Then I'm going to turn this on. You can see the power button on top. Now, the manual says you get 10 hours out of a full charge on these. You can see the little link light there. The green light means this is paired to that. Just plug in, and there we go. Okay, Already the first thing I notice, it's quite a bit louder. There's a volume control on the side. I'm going to reduce the signal okay, that's about where it was. I'm going to clip this to my shirt just so you can see how the unit is working. And so I can, kind of look even goofier than I already do. Very, very good vocally already. I'm not hearing any other hissing, any other noise. So now let's test the guitar. Okay, honestly, it works really, really well. Here's what I'm hearing. So vocally, I hear almost no difference at all. Going to an instrument using the same headphones and switching, I had to turn the volume up because it felt a little softer, like a little bit of the clarity was gone. So I'm just being honest. I wouldn't use these as a studio option, but for live streaming, I'm completely comfortable with what I'm getting musically out of the guitar, vocally for speaking on panels. Now, let me tell you where this would have been handy a few weeks ago, actually a couple months ago. This is what I had to use because my monitor cable was not long enough to reach the unit. I had to use this giant extension. I was tripping all over this, literally. One morning, I went to get my coffee and I tripped over this. I face planted. Luckily, I caught my weight with my hands, but because I wasn't thinking while I was getting set up, I forgot that I was tethered with this cable. I actually tripped. I got hurt. Still had to do the stream, obviously. So safety-wise, I wish I'd had a wireless transmitter a little earlier. So this mess actually caused me quite a bit of pain. With the wireless unit, everything's out of the way. And again, in terms of speaking, I'm 100% happy with this. Very happy with the sound quality. In terms of music, it loses a little bit of clarity, so I would not use this in a studio, but I'd be more than comfortable in a live performance setting. Very, very happy. I'm not hearing any additional noise since I turned it on. I'm 3 feet away from the tablet where I'm recording this. So distance isn't really an issue for me, but this clears things up so much. I can clip it to my shirt. I can use whatever set of monitors I want to use. I think Melonare made a good one. So for $40, if your rig like mine was a mess with your cables, this could help you. If that's in your budget, I say this is a good find. I'm really enjoying it. Again, the clarity is there, especially for speaking. So if you're on panels and you need to be monitored, but understand this, for musicians, I did notice a clarity shift. I had to turn up the volume to restore a little bit of that. I'm still very, very happy with it, but there was a shift in clarity for me personally. That's only my opinion. But again, thank you to the people at Melonare for sending this over. These are tiny, tiny little transmitters and receivers. I'll get you an exact measurement here. All right, this is 2 inches squared. This is just tiny and easily the smallest thing I'm using. Oh, we know that's not true. Yeah, my pick's only like an inch. So, okay, my pick's the smallest thing that I'm using right now, but this is second. So I think it's a good value, $40 for a transmitter receiver that you can charge, get 10 hours out of. You can use up to 150 feet. Realistically, if you're a content creator like me, the distance isn't an important thing to me, but having clarity and the ability to be freed up and not tripping over cables, I think this is a winner. Well done, Melonare. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you guys next time. I just wanted to make one more quick note before I shut everything down. Would I spend $40 on this if they hadn't sent it to me? Yes, I would. Honestly, I really like the way it works, and it frees me up completely and gets a lot of the cables out of the way. Totally usable. I can absolutely recommend, but again, better for speech than for any type of studio work. Live music streaming, I'd be comfortable using this, but in the studio for music, I'm not going to give a recommendation on that. That's just my personal thoughts. Again, thank you to the good folks at Melonare, and I'll talk to you soon.